Today we're out at Lake Mead, videoing the bottom of a 65-foot skipper liner. This is a steel hull boat. The boat was hauled out in 2012 and had a complete bottom paint job done on it. I'm not sure why, but the bottom of this boat has, the light color you're seeing is air. And not sure why this boat has so much air underneath it, but it does. The bottom of the boat has great bottom paint, and all I have to do is wipe my hand across it, and what little algae is on it comes right off. So if this boat was taken out of the slip and run across the lake, 80% of this algae would come off the bottom, and it would be raw bottom paint. The bottom job on this boat was done professionally, and they used very high quality bottom paint on it. Obviously the outdrives haven't been used in a minute. From what I can tell, they're in pretty good shape. The props don't have any dings in them. Water clarity at the lake today is less than ideal, but we'll do the best we can. And obviously all the stuff would come, pretty much all the stuff would come off the props if this boat was run, and a lot of it would come off of the end of the outdrives. There's the starboard side outdrive. This is up underneath the swim deck. This boat has a nice big swim deck. I was actually looking for the hull number because that's where it usually is, but couldn't find it. So I did find it at the end of the video, and it was up above the swim deck, so I've got a video of that as well. As you can see, the paint even underneath the swim deck is in great shape. No rust or anything like that. We'll be going up the middle of the boat. Let me get back down here. So you can tell most of that stuff just falls right off. So we're going up the middle of the boat right now. Again, I'm not sure how or why all that air got underneath this boat, but it's there. So obviously if you move this boat out of the slip, then all that air would, as soon as the boat got underway, all that air would come out from underneath the boat. So not really sure why it's there, but it is, and it kind of makes the bottom of the hull hard to see, but there's very little, if any, mussels or anything on the bottom of this boat. The bottom paint's in very good shape. There's a little bit of algae and mussels on the very bow of the boat, but again, very, very, very minor. Absolutely nothing to worry about. This boat's in excellent condition. You can see the line, that dark line is bottom paint, so they anything from that line down is all newer bottom paint. They call it anti-fouling paint, and that's why they use it on the bottom of boats, is because it deters mussel and algae growth. Going down the starboard side of the boat right now, front to back. You can see the chine on the left-hand side of the picture. We'll get into more detail on that a little bit further in the video. Usually, if there's any damage on the bottom of one of these houseboats, it's on the chine, because it sticks down more than any other of the other parts of the bottom of the boat. So there's no damage on either one of the chines on this boat at all. And we're at the back of the boat. You can see the starboard outdrive. So we're going to go down, I believe I'm going to go down the side of the boat now. Again, you can see that algae just falls right off. So we're going to go down this back to front on the starboard side of the boat right now, the right side of the boat. And this is the very outside, up to the water line. Again, the water clarity isn't great out at the lake right now. The lake is very, very low, and so water clarity is not great. Headed up the starboard side, back to front. We're going to come up on the bow of the boat right now. I'll go around the bow and head from front to back down the port side of the boat, the left side of the boat. Again, you can see all the air underneath this boat. So we're at the bow of the boat. I'm going to head down the port side, the left side of the boat, from front to rear. Got some obstacles to contend with. There's a big boat. There's not a lot of room on each side to get around, so I'll do the best I can here. A little bit of algae growth on the side of the boat. That's expected. Again, you can just basically wipe it right off with your hand. And that's because the bottom paint is so good. So we're getting towards the back of the boat. You can start to see the outdrives. You can see the chine, which is the part that sticks down over on the left-hand side of the picture. So I went about as deep as I could because there's braces that go along the bottom of this boat. So we're just heading from back to front, going along the bottom of the boat. And if I get much deeper, then you won't be able to see it because the water clarity is less than ideal. So we're up to bow. There's the hull number, SGJ016634.